Hello, welcome to another episode of This, That, and the Other. I'm going to play an LP that I actually used to have this bought back in 1967. It was an introduction to reading, writing, and arithmetic. This is back when I was a kid. I had it for years, and finally, like a lot of records I had, they got dropped and broken, which for me was a common thing that happened quite a bit. Not intentionally, but just by accident. Anyway, I was looking at this record, and it's in pretty good condition. I don't see any scratches on it at all. I bought this at a yard sale, and I wanted to take a look at this thing. It's got some writing on it. Let's see here. Try to get the right angle to read it. LP 87A, RC1, 82472. These are scratched into the very end of the record. I guess maybe that's the date that the record was made. And also, with this record came a workbook, and this actually has the workbook with it. It was never used, so this is really cool. The cover itself is not in pristine condition. It has rips, and I thought about taping it, but you know I'm not going to. But here's the workbook. It says this book belongs to, and it has different pages. It's kind of hard to thumb through this thing while holding in front of the camera, but that's the workbook itself, and I'm going to go ahead and cue this thing up. I had to kind of look at the instructions on this thing, so I have not used this phonograph in quite a while. So you go ahead and get this thing going. We'll have a listen.
Can you read? Can you write? Do you know how to do arithmetic?
Oh, it's not so tricky to read and write and do arithmetic. It's easy as pie once you've begun. Give it a try, it's fun. It's not so difficult to succeed. It's true that you can turn the trick, learn to do arithmetic and write and read.
Yes, you can. And when you
can walk into a store and find your favorite kind of candy.
Bake a batch of cookies if the recipe is handy.
Check the daily papers to see what's on each channel.
Figure out the numbers on an instrument panel. It's not so difficult to succeed. It's true that you can turn the trick, learn to do arithmetic and write and read.
Back in the days when people lived in caves, nobody knew how to read or write or count. In fact, they hardly knew how to talk because they didn't have names for anything. One bright morning, as Mr. Caveman was leaving for the daily hunt, he wanted Mrs. Caveman to kiss him goodbye. He said. So Mrs. Caveman listened, nodded, and hit him in the face with a wet fish. He shouted. And you know what Mrs. Caveman did? She brought him some water to drink. Then Mr. Caveman got furious. For the last time, he bellowed. Mrs. Caveman smiled from ear to ear. Oh, she said, and she walked over to Mr. Caveman and gave him a great big kiss. He sighed, and happy at last to be understood, He caught the 810 dinosaur and went off to the jungle. Well, poor Mr. Caveman had a hard time making himself understood, didn't he? How much easier it would have been if he had used a name for... a name like Kiss, the way we do.
That's how we end confusion. That's how we keep things straight. Once we agree what names to use, we can communicate. It's great.
So people began to agree on names for things, and they found they could talk to each other. But if someone wanted to remember something important or talk to someone far away, it wasn't so easy. What he needed was a way to put his words down for somebody else to read when he wasn't around. He tried drawing pictures, but it wasn't easy to draw a picture of a question like, "What are you going to do tomorrow?" Or an exclamation like, "Gee, I had a wonderful time at Grandma's house yesterday."
How can we end confusion? How can we keep things straight? If we could write the words we speak, we could communicate. But wait!
Why can't we?
But how?
You're just not listening at all.
Listen to the sound in mommy. Listen to the sound in men. Let's make a sign for that starting sound. Call it the letter M.
Do you hear that in maybe, Monday, morning, mitten?
Hooray! We've got an M. What do you hear in pie? What do you hear in please? What do you hear in popsicle?
Let's call that letter P.
Now we can end confusion. Now we can keep things straight. Let's call those signs the alphabet. Let's communicate.
I'm going to pause this for a minute. The man's voice that is doing the what do you call it? Gosh, I can't think of the word. But anyway, voiceover. That's what I'm trying to think. It seems like I've heard that voice before on various things, maybe other educational things as well. I don't know who that is, but I don't know. Somebody listening might know. Man, no further ado, we'll go on.
There are 26 letters in the alphabet. Don't forget, every letter has a sound or two or three. You can mix up the letters of the alphabet to get the words you need, the words you like to read. You only need to say the sounds you see.
It's as simple as
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, N, V, W, X, Y, and Z. There are 26 letters in the alphabet. Don't forget, every letter has a sound or two or three. You can mix up the letters of the alphabet to get the words you need, the words you like to read. You only need to say the sounds you see.
everybody now.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, N, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
When you say the sounds you see, that's reading. When you put down the sounds you hear, why, that's writing. And when you're using numbers to stand for the things you say and see, that's the language of arithmetic. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. Let's find out some more about them. The letters of the alphabet that you use in reading and writing are in two separate families. The first family, the consonants, have sounds that go like this.
What do you see that begins with a B?
Box.
And D?
Dog.
And F?
Fox.
What kind of sound have you found for an H?
Hand.
And K?
Kite.
And L?
Land.
That's M. In must or may or might. Is N. When you're saying nighty night, what do you see that begins with a P?
Pail.
And Q?
Quail.
And R?
Rail.
O S says seesaw, T says tip-top, P says very well.
Well, that's W.
Extraordinary, zip-a-dip-a-dairy, what the consonants tell.
There are a few more consonants that say more than one sound. The letter C, for instance, sometimes says K, as in the word cat, and sometimes says S, as in the word city. The letter G says G, as in goose, most of the time. But when it has an E with it, the G says J, the sound of the letter J, as in page. And the letter Y, why, he has a lot of different things to say. At the beginning of a word, he's a consonant, and sounds like Y, as in yellow. At the end of a word, Y is a vowel, and has a vowel sound.
Did you say owl?
No, I said vowel. That's the other family in the alphabet.
Owl?
Vowel.
Owl.
Vowel owls.
Who are you? I am a vowel owl.
I'm a vowel owl too.
What do you mean you're a vowel owl? You don't sound the way I do.
Well, I don't like the way you sound either. Want to make something out of it?
Oh, I don't give a hoot who I'm hootin' to. Just as long as I'm hootin' A-E-I-O-U.
Oh, I got me a song that's not so long, no sir. Just a short little ditty, Who's right?
Who's wrong?
Each one sings a different song.
Who's right? Who's wrong?
I sing short.
And I sing long.
Oh, it's sure as you're shooting, we're really tootin' owls.
It's a howl, howie, hoot, and holler out the vowels. A-E-I-O-U. 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 Oh, it's sure as you're shooting, we're really tootin' owls. It's a howl, howie, hoot, and holler out the scream and shout the sing about the vowels. A-E-I-O-U. A-E-I-O-U.
Oh, Benny, 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 Benny Bookworm had many, 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 many homes. In winter he would struggle in the almanac.
In summer he preferred a book of poems.
But Benny, 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 Benny Bookworm had many, 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 many woes. Although he lived in books, he couldn't read or write.
Until one day he looked beneath his nose.
He saw B, 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 B.
He saw you.
He saw G.
Side by side. He tried hard, yes he did. Oh, so hard, yes he did. And suddenly he shouted out with pride.
B-U-G, that spells bug. Hey, that's me!
Hooray! Benny bookworm. Squirmed and turned and nibbled all night through. He ate his way through several hundred pages more.
And that's how his vocabulary grew.
He saw S.
He saw M.
He saw A.
He saw more. He saw R. He saw T. And he put them all together as before.
S-M-A-R-T, spelled smart. Hey, that's me!
Hooray! Now Benny bookworm reads a book as fast as he can crawl. He's making speed in the encyclopedia. The smartest bookworm of all.
Now that you know the sounds that all the letters make, you can put them together and read. You can put them together and write, too. But you may need a little practice in printing your letters clearly. So try it. All you need is a pencil and some paper with lines on it. Ready?
Oh,
Go!
do your letters touch the line? Do your capitals go from top to bottom? Stop and check up on your line. And if they do, you'll know you've got 'em. Oh, do your letters touch the line? Are there 5 that you can find that go below it? Little G, J, P, Q, Y. They go under, and I wonder if you know it. 7 letters that are small really aren't small at all. They stretch up tall, from line to line. Check your V and F and D. Check your H, K, L, and T. Check to see if they're standing straight and fine. Oh, are your letters neat and clean? Have you got the dots on I and J? They need 'em. Line to line and in between. If you wrote them right, then anyone can read 'em. Check your line. Check your line. Check your line. Oh, do your letters touch the line? Do you place the space between each word you need it? Check up all along the line. If you're writing right, then anyone can read it. Check your line. Check your line. Check your line.
If your letters are neat and clean, you can put those letters together to make words. Put the words together to make sentences, and put lots of sentences together to make paragraphs. And you can put paragraphs together to make stories, or anything at all you want to write. Now, when you're writing, do you know when to use a small letter and when to use a capital?
The capital letters. You'll always use one to begin a word, like Mary and Sally. The names of all the people you know, Ohio, Nevada, and all the names of places to go. You choose a capital letter. You'll always use one for a holiday, like Christmas and Easter, Columbus Day, the 4th of July. And when you talk about yourself, you use the capital letter I. I like the capital letters. You'll always use one for the months and days, like Monday and Friday, January, September, or May. And the first word of any sentence will absolutely always have a capital letter. They're a snap if you happen to realize at the start of a sentence the I, that is you. In names, times, and places, what do? You capitalize.
And that. Oh,
Now, boys boys and girls, we're going to
Hey,
discuss...
I'm getting tired of sitting here. I've practiced all my letters. I know how to put them together. I know when to use my capitals. Now I want to move around a little. I want some action.
Don't get so excited. You're going to have plenty of action in just a minute. You're going to do some blending.
Blending? What's blending?
Blending is when two separate consonants come right together in a word like the B and the R in bright. You don't really hear them separately as B and and ite. They blend together into bright. You slide the sounds together and say them both in one breath.
You mean like fly? Like try? Like play?
Exactly. And now I'm going to show you what I mean by a little action. This will keep your ears and your tongue busy. Sometimes, some consonants together make a special new sound. If you can hear it and say it, then you can write it and read it.
Like what, for instance?
Well, take S and H, for example. Together, they make a new sound of shh.
I didn't say anything. Why are you telling me to be quiet?
I'm telling you the sound of SH. That's shh, as in she, or shells, or shore. Can you hear the difference when I say she sells seashells by the seashore?
Of course I can. That's a real tongue twister.
That's just what I was getting around to. Let's tongue twist.
Twist around and listen to the twisting sound. It goes like this, it goes like this, it goes like this. Tongue twist.
Twist with an SH.
She sells seashells by the seashore. Tongue twist. She sells seashells by the seashore. Tongue twist. You say it too, and you can do. She sells seashells by the seashore. Tongue twist. Twist around and listen to the twisting sound. It goes like this, it goes like this, it goes like this. Tongue twist.
Now twist with an FL blend. You'll hear it in flies and flee and flying. Let's go.
5 plus feet from flying finches. Tongue twist. 5 plus feet from flying finches. Tongue twist. You say it too, and you can do. 5 plus feet from flying finches. Tongue twist.
Hey, that's fun. Can you twist with a CH? Something like chirping chickens perch on high chairs?
Certainly. Or with a TH, or with a WH, or any tongue twist you can think of, like which witch whistles when she whizzes, or thistles prick through thin or thickle. Go ahead, pick any one you like and try it. Ready?
Tongue twist. Tongue twist. Tongue twist. You say it too, and you can do. She sells seashells by the seashore. Tongue twist. Which whistles when she whizzes. Tongue twist. Thistles prick through thin or thickle. Tongue twist. Chirping chickens perch on high chairs. Tongue twist. You say it too, and you can do the twist around the twisting sound. Tongue twist.
That concludes side one. I thought I had at the conclusion at the end of the capital letters song, but I turned out there was one more song on there about the tongue twisting of the words. It says on here, narrator John Allen with the Sandpiper Singers, Hudson Productions Incorporated, Golden Records. So I guess that's who. I knew that voice sounded familiar. The capital letters song, I used to hear Don and Mike play that song sometimes on their show on the Cavalcade. They if they were making fun of somebody that couldn't read, had trouble reading or something, they would play that song. It was wasn't very nice, but their show wasn't all about being nice. But anyway, I do remember hearing that song on the Don and Mike show. It makes me wonder. There was a song that Don and Mike also played with the Three Stooges singing the song B-A-Bay, B-E-B, B-I, Biggie Bye, B-I-Bo. And you hear an intro. We're going to mix the consonants with the vowels, A-E-I-O-U. And it sounded like that same man's voice that introduced that. I thought at first maybe that song, that B.A. Bay, had come from one of these types of records, but apparently that was the Three Stooges that were singing that song. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play the side 2.
Did you ever hear of a homonym? That's when two words sound exactly the same, but they mean different things. So we spell them differently. You can wear a pair of shoes, pair, P-A-I-R. But I wouldn't try to eat them because a pair to eat is P-E-A-R. If you're really hungry, you might want a pair of pears, and that's a homonym. Here are some more homonyms in a song about a sad little monkey.
Sing a little sing spell, sing a little sing spell, sing a little sing spell song. Sing a little sing spell, sing a little sing spell, sing a little sing spell song. You can H-E-A-R hear a melody if you come over here. H-E-R-E. I've a T-A-L-E tail to T-E-L-L tell about a monkey with a funny tail, T-A-I-L.
That tail sure came in handy. When our monkey friend joined the Navy, he took all his money. He had only 1 penny, and tied his tail around it in a good, strong sailor's knot.
Sing a little sing spell, sing a little sing spell, sing a little sing spell song. Sing a little sing spell, sing a little sing spell, sing a little sing spell song. He was S-E-N-T, sent to S-E-A-C. He had only 1 cent, C-E-N-T. In a K-N-O-T knot, it was T-I-E-D tied, but he did N-O-T not see the T-I-D-E tide.
Well, the wind blew and the tide got higher and higher. Our monkey friend had a really sad problem. He was in a spot. If he wanted to keep himself high and dry, there was only one thing to do. Untie the knot in his tail and use that tail to hold on to the mast.
Sing a little sing spell, sing a little sing spell, sing a little sing spell song. Sing a little sing spell, sing a little sing spell, sing a little sing spell song. The wind B-L-E-W blew a storm on the sea. The poor monkey was blue. B-L-U-E. He could S-E-E-C that before very long his penny was done for, and so is this song.
Now that's only the beginning of all the things you can do with letters. The rest is up to you. But what about that other language we talked about? Arithmetic, the language of numbers. It's an amazing language. The alphabet has 26 letters, but with only 9 numbers and a 0, 10 figures in all, you can do anything you want to do with numbers. If you want to have some fun while we're telling you about numbers, why don't you go and ask your mommy to give you 10 sugar cubes, or 10 pennies, or 10 toothpicks. 10 of anything will do. Then when we talk and sing about the numbers, you can see exactly what those numbers stand for, what each number means. Do you know your numbers?
I know 1, there's only 1 of me. I know 2, I use 2 eyes to see. I know 3, 3 blind mice, how nice for me, knowing 1, 2, 3. I know 4, the wheels on our sedan. I know 5, the fingers on my hand. I know 6, a half a dozen sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know 7, the days in every week. I know 8, an octopus's feet. I know 9, a baseball team. It's keen, it's fine. I know my numbers from 1 to 9.
I think we even know them backwards.
I know 9, I know 8, I know 7, I know 6, I know 5, I know 4, I know 3, I know 2.
I know 1.
There's only 1 of me.
I know 2.
I use 2 eyes to see.
I know 3.
3 blind mice, how nice for me, knowing 1, 2, 3.
I know 4.
The wheels on our sedan.
I know 5.
The fingers on my hand,
I know 6.
a half a dozen sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I know 7.
The days in every week,
I know 8.
an octopus's feet.
I know 9.
A baseball team, it's keen, it's fine. I know my numbers from 1 to 9.
Dear little zero, queer little zero,
He's nearly fat as he's tall.
poor little zero, nobody's hero.
He stands for nothing at all. When other numbers played arithmetical, poor little zero tried to play it too. The other numbers hooted and they giggled. Zero, there's nothing you can do. Get lost, 'cause we don't need you when we do our adding. You just don't count, and that's a fact. You're just a no good for nothing, nothing. We don't need you to subtract. Get lost. Dear little zero, queer little zero.
Oh dear, I fear I'm a flop.
Poor little zero, nobody's hero.
I'll never get to the top.
Zero, you've been a nothing too long. It's time you made something out of yourself.
But what can I do? Nobody wants me. Nobody needs me.
Think, boy. Think. You can do something that nobody else can do.
Who? Me? I can?
You sure can. Listen. Sneak up and stand beside another number, and you will find, to your surprise, you'll take command and make that other number multiply 10 times its size.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not, Zero. Go on and try it. Go on and stand beside that number 1 there, and soon you'll see he'll be your friend. Because without you, 1 is only one thing.
But together you are 10.
Hey, it worked!
Zero.
Zero! Zero!
Oh, Zero, come on over and play with me.
What do you want, number 5?
Come on, and let's make 50.
No, come over here, Zero. I'm 8, and together we can be 80.
Let's be 20.
60.
30.
90.
Hooray!
3 cheers for Zero, dear little Zero. He helps the numbers to grow. 3 cheers for Zero. Now he's a hero. Zero, we love you so.
Now here's a riddle song. Do you have those 10 sugar cubes, pennies, toothpicks, or even 10 blocks I suggested you ask your mommy for? Well, get them now and see if you can answer the questions, what am I?
How many thumbs are on a hand? How many leaders in a band? How many suns light up the day, driving the shadows of night away? Putting together smaller blocks, there's just one way I am done. If you really want to build me, you must use 1 and 1. What am I? What am I? What am I? I have room for only a few. You can start with 1 if you add on 2. You can build me the other way for fun. Start me with 2 and add on 1. What am I? What am I? What am I?
Did you guess? Now see if you can guess again. What number am I?
I'm 1 and 3 or 3 and 1, as you can quickly tell. But if you wish at 2 and 2 will make me just as well. What am I? What am I? What am I?
What number this time?
Make me out of 1 and 4, the 4 and 1 will do. Or make me out of 2 and 3, or maybe 3 and 2. What am I? What am I?
What number am I this time?
I am 3 and 3, as you plainly see. And the 1 and 5 will do for me. But if you want another clue, make me out of 4 and 2. What am I? What am I?
Now it gets harder. Guess my number.
I am 1 and 6, or 2 and 5, or the number of days in the week. In fact, what is more, I am 3 and 4. What number do you seek? What number do you seek?
Now an even number.
If you build me of 2 equal parts, then each of the parts is 4. But if the parts are not the same, then one is less, the other is more. What am I? What am I? What am I?
I'm a baseball number. Can you guess me?
There are many ways to make me, like adding 7 and 2, or 3 and 6, or 4 and 5, just to mention a few. What am I? What am I? What am I?
Now for the last one. Guess again.
I am 1 and 9, 4, 2 and 8, as everybody knows. Like 5 and 5, they go together like the number of your toes. What am I? What am I? What am I?
Did you ever hear of a glink? You heard me. I said a glink. If you haven't, there's a very good reason why. The glink was a very singular animal. That means there was only one of him, and a very peculiar one indeed. He had the unique ability to turn himself into any other kind of animal. All he had to do was think glink. But there came a time when his talent didn't help him, not one single bit. It all happened the day Noah was loading the ark.
The animals in the ark came in twos. The elephants, crocodiles, and kangaroos. Except the glink, all by himself was he. I think the glink was quite an oddity. Poor Noah, he didn't know exactly what to do about the glink. Said Noah, you've got to go. We need an even number or we're gonna sink.
Well, when the glink heard this, he got pretty worried. After all, 1 is an odd number. But he was a quick-thinking glink. At the head of the line, waiting to get on the ark, he saw 2 giraffes. And quick as a wink, he began to think glink and turned himself into a giraffe, too. Can I come along with you? He asked the 2 giraffes. Not on your life, they answered. If you tag along with the 2 of us, that'll make 3. 3 is an odd number, and Noah's only got room for even numbers.
The animals on the ark came in pairs. The kinkajous, chimpanzees, and polar bears. Except the glink, all by himself was he. I think the glink was quite an oddity.
Next in line, the glink spied 4 armadillos. Hey, can I come with you? He asked. No, sirree, the armadillos replied. We're an even 4. With you along, we'd be 5, and that's odd. Well, now the glink started to get worried. The ark was filling up fast, and he had to get on board somehow or other. He scurried up to the bears. There were 2 brown bears, 2 black ones, and 2 white ones waiting in line, 6 in all. He was a glink. He could be any kind of bear he wanted to. But when he asked, can I be a bear and come with you? They answered, no, indeed. We're a nice even 6. If you were a bear, there'd be 7 of us. Noah would never let an odd number like 7 aboard. In desperation, the glink tried to hook up with the worms, but even they turned against him. Stay away from us, glink, squirmed the worms. We're an even 8. We want to stay that way. With you along, we'd be 9. Just 'cause you're odd, don't try to make us odd, too.
Poor Noah, 'twas time to go. The ark was ready, filled up to the brink. All set for leaving, all even Steven. And that is why you've never seen a blink. He's extinct.
Here's another chance to use your blocks or pennies or sugar cubes. Put them all out in front of you and take away.
Not much is said or done when you take away from one. One less one, one less one, one less one is none. There's a little more to do when you take away from two. 2 less 1 is 1, and 2 less 2 is none. Here is what you see when you take away from 3. 3 less 1 is 2, 3 less 2 is 1, and 3 less 3 is none. We see a few things more when we take away from 4. 4 less 1 is 3, 4 less 2 is 2, 4 less 3 is 1, and 4 less 4 is none. Our song becomes alive when we take away from 5. 5 less 1 is 4, 5 less 2 is 3, 5 less 3 is 2, 5 less 4 is 1, and 5 less 5 is none. Don't play any tricks when you take away from 6. 6 less 1 is 5, 6 less 2 is 4, 6 less 3 is 3, 6 less 4 is 2, 6 less 5 is 1, and 6 less 6 is none. We aren't pushed or driven to take away from 7. 7 less 1 is 6, 7 less 2 is 5, 7 less 3 is 4, 7 less 4 is 3, 7 less 5 is 2, 7 less 6 is 1, and 7 less 7 is none. We do not have to wait, we'll take away from 8. 8 less 1 is 7, 8 less 2 is 6, 8 less 3 is 5, 8 less 4 is 4, 8 less 5 is 3, 8 less 6 is 2, 8 less 7 is 1, and 8 less 8 is none. Move on down the line, now we take away from 9. 9 less 1 is 8, 9 less 2 is 7, 9 less 3 is 6, 9 less 4 is 5, 9 less 5 is 4, 9 less 6 is 3, 9 less 7 is 2, 9 less 8 is 1, and 9 less 9 is none. Our song comes to an end when we take away from 10. 10 less 1 is 9, 10 less 2 is 8, 10 less 3 is 7, 10 less 4 is 6, 10 less 5 is 5, 10 less 6 is 4, 10 less 7 is 3, 10 less 8 is 2, 10 less 9 is 1, and 10 less 10 is none.
And that concludes the LP of Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. And makes me wonder how many years kids were learning from these. I get the impression this must have belonged to a school, maybe. It's in very, very good condition. The sleeve that the record is in is in very good condition, and except, well, this is ripped, but the inner sleeve is in very good condition, and the workbook has never been used, and the record did not have very many skips, and I didn't really hear much of anything as far as scratches as well. So this record's in very good condition, but I hope you enjoyed reminiscing about your learning days and hearing this record again. And if you had heard it before, and it was designed for the preschool, kindergarten age kids to learn their letters, learn their numbers, and I hope to run across more of these old retro records to feature, and when I do run across one, I will play it. And that being said, looking for ideas on shows to do in the future, on shows about preserving history, especially obscure aspects of history. And that being said, like, subscribe, share. As always, thanks for watching.